Praise God. Can you say to your seatmate, I'm blessed you are here.
I'm blessed you are here.
We are all blessed to be here. Amen. You know, there are places where people cannot even meet.
Amen.
And here we are, really worshiping God.
Amen.
Really, we can give our best to the Lord. Amen? Hallelujah. Our topic for this morning is giving. And I declare that we are still friends after this. Hallelujah. You know, sometimes we don't want to talk about giving. Or sometimes we find it awkward to talk about money. Kasi parang we find it offensive. Or sometimes we just don't want to talk about money. You know? But you know, if I'm not gonna talk about it, I'm not discussing giving because it's the topic that was given, but because obedience to these principles has attached with it a great blessing. And if we're not gonna talk about giving, we are not able to understand the principle that comes with it, then we will not be able to get the blessing that is attached to it. Amen? Kanina we have talked about prayer. And we will understand that and we will be able to get the blessing of prayer. But we can just ask the Lord because it is already given. Amen? Like deliverance. Pag hindi natin pag-uusapan ng deliverance, then we will not be able to experience the freedom and the liberty that is given, that is already provided. If we're not gonna talk about fasting, hindi rin natin malalaman kung ano ba yung blessing that comes with fasting. So, discussing about these words means robbing you of the blessing that comes with it. Amen? So, let's talk about giving. And there are few points that I would like to emphasize about giving. First point is, giving is personal. Giving is personal. Sometimes make it as a reason, bako, nung nasa kabilang church pa ako. It's like, nagbigay naman si Papa, ba't pa ako magbibigay? Nagbigay naman si Mama, ba't pa ako magbibigay? Baka yung Papa mo ba ang sinave? Si Mama mo lang ba ang sinave? I believe giving is a response to a personal God who has saved us personally. Each of us. Si Lord ba nag-save lang ng isa para yun lang yung magbigay sa Kanya? No! He saved all. So that means all should have that response to the Father. Amen? Giving is personal because it is a personal response to the Father. Do you know in the old times, in the history of the church, the Lord Jesus, the Father, God the Father, talked to Moses. Tapos sabi niya, the Lord spoke to Moses saying, "Speak to the children of Israel that they bring me an offering. From everyone who gives it willingly with his heart, you shall take my offering." So in the history of the church back then, ang Panginoon nagsabi siya kay Moses, He gave a commandment to ask for an offering that will be used for building the sanctuary. What had happened is, see, the instruction was given, chapter 25. Do you know that it took long time in chapter 35 bago sinabi ni Moses ang giving? Sabi niya doon, Moses spoke to all the congregation of the Israel, saying, "This is which the Lord commanded. Take from among you an offering to the Lord, whoever is of a willing heart. Let them bring as an offering to the Lord gold, silver, and bronze." Chapter 35, sabi dito, "Then everyone came whose heart was stirred, and everyone whose spirit was willing. And they brought to the Lord offering for the work of the tabernacle of meeting, for all its service, and for the holy garments." So everyone whose heart was stirred and the spirit was willing came and gave an offering to to the Lord. And you know what had happened? So Moses gave a commandment, and they caused it to be proclaimed throughout the camp, saying, "Let neither man nor woman do any more work for the offering of the sanctuary." And the people were restrained from bringing. Everyone came and gave. And there was restraint from bringing. Imagine, everyone came and bring. With a willing heart, they came and bring, and they were asked not to give anymore because there's so much. Imagine entering OPG and I will say, where's Teacher Cherry? Teacher Cherry will say, "No more giving because we have so much. We are being restrained to give because we have so much." Praise God. I declare that time will come. Imagine that in the Old Testament, bakit mas madami silang pera noon? Mas marami kaya silang pera doon? Mas generous ba si Lord doon? Mas konti siguro yung needs nila noon? Needs. Everyone came and gave. And that's the key point. Personal. Each one came and gave. 1 Corinthians 16:1-2 says, "Now regarding your question," this is Apostle Paul talking to the Corinthians. "Now regarding your question about the money being collected for God's people in Jerusalem, you should follow the same procedure I gave to the churches in Galatia. On the first day of each week, you should each put aside a portion of the money you have earned. Don't wait for me to come until I get there and then you try to collect it all at once." Sabi dito, put aside a portion. And this is the key point. Can we all read? Each one is each person. Each one will come and give their offering. Imagine if each one of us will come and give our offering. Do you think there will be lacking? Do you think there will be needs? Everyone who has a willing heart will come. The Lord's gonna bless them. The Lord's gonna multiply them. Because sa Kanya naman yan eh. So giving is a personal response. Because why in Corinthians, sabi niya dito, "All of you together are Christ's body, and each of you is a part of it." Meron tayong part. Personal. We have a personal response. Each one of us is given the freedom to give to the Lord. And I would be your Moses now that is saying, the Lord asked, let's bring him an offering. Where's the giving box? The Lord is saying, let's bring him an offering. Those who have a willing heart, and it should be personal. Amen? Amen? Because we are a part of a body. So point 1 says, let's end personal. From Deuteronomy saying, "Every man shall give as he is able." Hindi naman tayo hinihinga ng Panginoon ng more than what we can give eh. He is asking us to give as what we are able to give, according to the blessing of the Lord your God, which He has given you. The Lord has blessed us. Ano ang pinagdadamot mo sa tatay? That is a blessing from Him that He has given us. Let us everyone personally respond to that calling.
Amen.
Personal response to a personal God. And heaven's the So, point number 2. First, giving is plan. Giving is plan. Kanina nabasa natin ang 1 Corinthians 16 verse 1 to 2. Sabi niya dito, on the first day of each week, you should each put aside. Sometimes, di ba, kasi ang salary minsan, we have it on yung iba last week of the month, yung iba first week of the month, yung iba second week. But the word is teaching us, just separate, put aside a portion. Put aside a portion. It should be planned. You don't just come here. Kasi akala natin, ang ganda ng exhortation, makapagbigay nga ng more. Those who have a willing heart, let's plan what we're going to give to the Lord.
Amen.
Di ba kapag pinag-iisipan yung gift na binibigay sa atin, we find it so, mas na-appreciate natin. The thought counts and the gift itself. Kasi, wow, yung favorite color ko yung binigay niya. Wow, pinag-isipan talaga. Nagbibigay tayo ng time sa mga fathers natin, sa partners nyo. Di ba, we spend time to think what's the gift that we are going to give. What about God? Are we planning the amount that we're gonna give? Are we planning or are we setting our hearts to give to the Father? Let's all come planning. Sometimes ka yung color natin yellow. Kasi naka-yellow. Yung color natin blue. Di ba, we find time for those colors. What about the giving? What about the offering that we want to give to the Father? Amen?
Amen.
Minsan ito pa ang reasons natin. I don't give money, I just give my talent, I just give my mind, I just give my thoughts, I just give my ideas. Before I was back home kasi leader ako ng media, I always say, leader naman ako ng media, dami-dami ko ang ginagawa, that's enough for the Lord. Lagi nga ako nasa church, every event, nandun ako, full complete attendance ako, that's enough for the Lord. Why do I have to give my money? Lagi naman natuturo ako, tapos ganit. We have all those reasons. But you know what? It doesn't teach us a good steward of money. And this is what the Lord wants us to learn. That we should be good stewards of money, of mammon. This is the least thing that we can receive from the Lord. And He wants us to be a good steward of it. Amen? So when we come next Friday, we should be planning the amount that we will be giving to the Lord.
Amen.
Is good. Second point, giving is a privilege. A. It's a privilege. Karangalan. It's a privilege to give back to the Lord. He owns everything. Who are we to give to Him? Pumunta ka sa palasyo kay Magtum, tapos bigyan mo siya, sa tingin mo kakailanganin niya yan? He has everything. First, yung material. Diba? Pagmamayari niya ang Dubai aanhin niya yung ibibigay mo. But you know what? The Lord finds it. He is, nablibless siya or He is joyful to see us bringing Him something.
Amen.
It is a privilege. It's a privilege to take part on the kingdom of God. To take part on the ministry. Amen?
Amen.
Do you know that in the book of Corinthians, or there was a time in the life of Paul sa kanyang journey, when the Macedonians were begging him. Really, who begs someone to receive a gift? Did you ever encounter that? Ate Aubrey, please, tanggapin mo na ang gift ko sa iyo. Did you ever encounter that? That someone is begging for you to receive a gift? It happened. Let's read this one. 2 Corinthians 8:1-5. No.
They are being tested by many troubles, and they are very poor, but they are also filled with abundant joy, which has overflowed in rich generosity. For I can testify that they gave not only what they could afford, but far more, and they did it of their own free will. They begged us again and again for the privilege of sharing in the gift for the believers in Jerusalem.
They beg God to receive the gift, to receive the offering that they want to give to the church in Jerusalem. Because they see it as a privilege.
Amen.
Kasi karangalan ang magbigay sa tatay. Kasi karangalan ang magsilbi sa Panginoon. Who are we to come here and worship Him? Diba? It is a privilege that we are able to do so. Hindi pagkakait pa ba natin? Look at this. They are being tested by many troubles, and they are very poor. They are very poor at that time. And yet, here they are, begging Paul to receive a gift from them.
Amen.
What a hard at that scenario, anong stage meron tayo para hindi natin kayang gawin to? What is lucky? They are very poor, and yet they beg God because they saw giving as a privilege.
Amen.
How? How can someone go to that point? Did you ever wonder, paano kaya nila nagawa yun? Paano kaya sila umabot sa point na yun? In the next verse of this chapter, we will see, they even did more than they had hoped. For their first action was to give themselves to the Lord and to us, just as God wanted them to do. How were they able to give more? Because their first action was they give themselves to the Lord. And this is what the Lord is reminding us. Ba't kayo nagbibigay? The Lord wants us to give. Our first action must be give ourselves to the Lord. Before giving to whatsoever ministry, before committing to whatsoever offices, let's give first ourselves. They managed to give or do even more because their first action is to give first themselves to the Lord. Because you know why? When you're given all to the Lord, the new has come. The old has died already, and the new has come. So hindi ka na nabubuhay sa sarili mo na paraan. Amen?
Amen.
This is what the Lord is teaching us when we give. Una sa Panginoon. Bago sa ministry, bago sa kung saan. Because sometimes we complain so much. It's not here on the other people. The Lord is reminding us, let's first give. They give first themselves. Bago sa ministry, bago sa gawain. First themselves to the Lord. Sa tatay muna. So it's a personal relationship. And it was a personal response. Amen?
Amen.
Like what I said, at times we don't want to talk about giving. We don't want to talk about money. But you know, we are missing this because of the abundance. Sometimes we just want the abundance to come. But you know what? Giving is the secret of abundance.
Amen.
Giving is the secret of abundance. Huwag niyo sasabihin sa iba, ah. No, but this is, you want to be abundant? Give. Why? Give and it shall be given back to you. I'm not steering hearts here para magkaroon tayo ng maraming giver. But the Lord is reminding us, we want abundance. Let's learn the principle of giving. Tanda rin natin ng verses. Let's see how the Lord has worked in the life of His people. Sabi niya sa Malakay 3:10, bring all the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in my house, and try me in this, saith the Lord, if I open not unto you the floodgates of heaven, and pour you out a blessing, even to abundance, much more. He is able to do that. That is the God that we are serving. That when we give to Him, He will give even more. Kasi hindi naman natin kayang i-give si Lord eh.
Amen.
Luke 6:38 says, give and it will be given to you. A good measure. Not the measure of your seatmate. Diba sometimes we try to equal, pag binigyan ka ng sapatos, you try to buy something more than, para mas madami yung binigay mo. That is the God that we are serving. You know His good measure is? You know how He measured? He will give you a gift that is pressed down, shaken together, and running over. It will be put into your bosom. For the same measure that you use, it will be the same measure back to you. Ano ba sabi? Ano yung good measure ng Panginoon? Let's try to look at this example. For example, you bought a lace. Di ba ang lace may space pa yan? But you know what the Lord? If you press it down, if you shake it, it's still gonna run over. That is the blessing, that is the good measure that the Lord is teaching us. Na kapag nagbigay tayo, same measure, He will do the same. Pressed down, shaken together, it's still gonna run over. That is the blessing. That is the blessing that we are missing. We are withholding things from the Lord. Giving is not just about money. Giving is not just about yung binibigay natin sa Panginoon na pera, the tithes that we are giving. What about our time? We are all given the same 24 hours. You think the Lord is not able to give you more time to serve Him? 2 Corinthians 9:6 says, But this I say, he who sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and he who sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. So it's true. The more you give,
The more you receive.
it's true. So you want to receive more?
Amen.
Give more.
Amen.
Tingnan natin to. 2 Corinthians 9:6 says, You sow bountifully, then you reap bountifully. Next verse says, And God is able to make all grace abound toward you, that you also having all sufficiency and all things may abound to every good work. Moving, next verse, sabi ng Panginoon, You'll have bread for your food, your seed will multiply, your fruit of your righteousness will increase. Verse 11, You will be enriched in everything to all bountifulness. So giving is the secret of abundance.
Amen.
You know what? You cannot give the Lord. Because this is what He is able to do. Nagbigay ka lang sa Kanya. Imagine those blessings na nami-miss natin kapag nagbi-withhold tayo sa tatay. We cannot outgive the Lord. Kaya nga, as is saying you should remember the words of the Lord. It is more blessed to give than to receive. Give it to the Lord and He will take care of it. I would rather invest into the kingdom of God whatsoever investment I have tried. They won't win. But when we invest to the Lord, He is faithful. Because that is His promise. And that is the blessing giving. Amen?
Amen.
Exodus 35:22. We are reminded here to give not because there is a need, not out of compulsion, but the verse is reminding us to give with a willing heart. Paano umabot sa point that Moses told them, restrain them to give? Because as many as had a willing heart, people with a willing heart came and give to the Lord. Exodus 35:4-9 is reminding us, whoever is of a willing heart. That is the reminder. We don't just give kasi nga may kailangan. We don't just give kasi ang ganda ng exhortation. We don't just give dahil umiyak yung nag-exhort. We give because we have a willing heart.
Amen.
We give because we are stirred by the word of the Lord.
Amen.
And we want, because that is the principle of Him. Naiintindihan natin yung principle niya. Amen?
Amen.
They had offered willing. Now the question is, what stops you? It's not enough? Kulang? May need? May problema? What about the Macedonians? They are poor. What is our reason? What stops us to give? It's the quantity. It's the percentage. It's what people can see. Kasi nire-report nila. That's the reason? Really? That's your reason not to give to the Lord? God is more focused on the attitude of the giver, on the quality of the giver,
Amen.
other than the quantity, other than the percentage that we are able to give. Lord, nag-tithes ako. Praise God. But God is looking into that willing heart. It's the attitude that He wants to train, that He wants to mold in us. It's the quality of the gift that we want to give Him. Lord, bento lang to, pero I want to give it to You. I know it will help. I know that You will bless this to reach people. I know that You will use this. You will multiply this. Do you think He cannot multiply that? He can.
Amen. Amen.
If the loaves and the bread He managed, what is His limit? Ngayon pa ba natin siya lilimitahan? Ngayon pa ba natin siya lilimitahan? Sometimes giving is not a matter of what you should have. Kasi we always use this as a reason eh. If only 20,000 din ang sahod ko. If only my family is okay, I don't have these problems. If only I have a talent to dance, to sing. If only I have the time. If only this, if only that, and so on. The list go on and on and on. And if only, and if only, and if only. Sometimes this is who we are, right? Before. If only, siya nakakapagbigay siya kasi ganito yung sahod niya. Siya nakakapag-ano siya kasi wala siyang problema. Siya nakakapag-serve siya kasi okay yung family niya, okay yung okay lahat. If only, if only, if only. But I told you, this is not about the gift. This is not about the amount. This is about the heart that is stirred, that is willing, that is humble. And able to say, Lord, I only have this, but I want to give it to you.
Amen.
Amen.
It's not about the amount. Tatay, kuya. It's not about the amount. It's not about what we should have. I should have this, so I will be able. Kung meron lang akong ganito, magbibigay ako. What do you have? Let's talk about what you have. Because Luke is very clear when he said, if you are faithful in the little things, then you will be faithful in large ones.
Amen.
But if you are dishonest in little things, you won't be honest with greater responsibilities. Nung 5,000 yung sahod mo, ang dali lang magbigay ng 500. O kaya lang babaan natin. Nung 2,000 ang sahod mo, 200 lang. Nung ginawang 20,000, 2,000 hindi mo maibigay? You find it so hard? Then how do we expect God to give us more if that simple amount we cannot trust Him? Because Lester, diba? Sabi niya dito, you will be dishonest to the greater. Ano yung Spider-Man? I believe kinuha nila yun. Because the Lord will be entrusting us much more if even that little thing that we have, we trust Him.
Amen.
Amen?
Amen.
So what is that little thing that you keep on withholding to the Lord? Trust Him. He's able to bless you more than that.
Amen.
He's able to give you more than that. Let's end this teaching with a story. In the book of Matthew, 25 verse 14 to 30. This is about the parable of the talents. We still have time, so can we all go to that verse? Everyone open your Bible. Matthew 25 verse 14 to 30. This is about the parable of the talents. So there, this talks about a master, and then there is 3 servants. So the master, what he did, to the first servant, he gave 5 talents. Okay? Nagbigay siya ng 5 talents. To the other servant, nagbigay siya ng 2 talents. And to the other servant, nagbigay siya ng 1 talent. Let's make it as money, for example. Nagbigay siya ng 5, nagbigay siya ng 2, nagbigay siya ng 1. When they came to report, ang ginawa ng 5, nag-invest siya, it came twice. On the other hand, yung nabigyan ng 2, nag-invest siya, nag-multiply. The other one that was given with 1, tinago niya. He hid it because he was so afraid of his master. When they gave the report, sometimes ganun tayo. Bakit? Siya 5 binigay, ako 1 lang. Siyempre, mas mag-i-invest talaga siya. Those are the reasons that we keep on giving to the Lord. But we trust that He is able to give, that He is able to multiply what we give to Him. Kasi ito yung ginawa ng isa tinago niya Ano yung tinatago natin na ayaw natin ibigay? He has given us. Lahat sila binigyan. But the response is different. Sometimes we make it as a reason, nakakapagbigay lang naman siya kasi malaki sa akin. Nakakapag-serve lang naman siya kasi 2 araw ang day off niya. Nakakapag-ano lang naman siya kasi we have all those reasons, Pero the Lord has given us something. Silang lahat may ibinigay. It's the response na nagkulang. It's the trust that the Lord is teaching us.
Amen.
Kasi ang ginawa ng isa, tinago niya. And that's not the Lord. Hindi yun yung gustong ipagawa sa atin. He doesn't want us to hide. He wants us to give it to Him and trust Him that He is able to multiply them. Amen?
Amen.
And you know what? When they give the report, ano yung report niya dun sa, nung nagbigay yung isa ng, when this person, the one with the 5, gave his report, the master said, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You were faithful over a few things. I will make you ruler over many things. Enter into the joy of your Lord." Okay, ito yung respond ng Panginoon, ng Lord, ng Master, to the person who gave 5. To the person who gave 2 and nag-multiply, you know what the Master said? Same thing. Well done, good and faithful servant.
Amen.
It is the same thing. Ngayon, sometimes we make it as a reason. Kasi naman ganito. You know what? The Lord will say the same thing if we give it to Him. Different amount? The Lord says, "Well done, good and faithful servant." Hindi naman niya sinabi dun sa isa na, "Wow, you are super more." Yung isa naman lesser kasi 4 lang yung sa kanya, yung isa 10. No, it's the same thing. And the Lord will say the same thing to us. He will not appreciate the other one because more than yung binigay niya. He will not appreciate the other one dahil mas madami. He will appreciate with the same. And that is the God we serve. Hindi siya nag-favoritism. Hindi siya nagbibigay ng more sa kabila. Hindi siya nag-appreciate ng more sa isa. The same thing ang sinabi ng Master. Ngayon, anong competition ang meron tayo? Diba sometimes we try to compete to the other? We try to be more than the other? Kung siya nakapagbigay siya ng 4 hours sa Panginoon, ako dodoblehin ko, 8 hours. Kung ang offering niya is 5 dirhams, ang offering ko 10 dirhams. The Master is gonna say, "Well done, good and faithful servant." Giving is not a competition. Serving is not a competition.
Amen. Amen.
But it is a heart that is willing to serve, willing to give.
Amen.
Amen?
Amen.
The Lord has reminded us that giving should be personal. What's your personal response to your Father? To that person who has saved you. Paano mo siya i-render? Paano mo siya i-adore? Paano mo siya i-serve? Is that because your other is giving more? Is that because the other is doing this? What is your personal response to Him? This is my personal response to that personal God that I'm serving. What about you? What is your personal response to Him? Giving must be planned. Let's plan when we come to the Lord. If we go to a date, we fix ourselves, we do all these things. What about coming to God? Let's prepare ourselves. And it is a privilege who we are to serve. That He has saved us and He has blessed us to be able to come here and give Him glory. Amen?
Amen.
Let it indeed always a privilege to come to Him and give back to Him. And again, huwag tayong maging ma-offend if we are talking about it. Because if we are not, then we are robbing Him of the blessing in the area of giving. And we don't want that. You know, when I was preparing this, I was like, "Lord, talaga, ituturo ko ba? Dapat ba? Pag-uusapan ba talaga namin?" Yes, because I will be robbing you from that blessing. I will be stopping myself. And we don't want that. Amen? But we want to understand the principle that comes with it so we will be able to get the blessing that is attached through it. Amen? Let's give Him all the praises. Thank you, Lord. Let's give. Father, thank you for the privilege to give back to you. Thank you for reminding us the blessings that we can receive through your true giving. Thank you for these truths are for us from you for our blessing. Thank you for reminding us, God, that it is indeed a privilege to give back to you. Thank you for stirring every heart this morning. Thank you for allowing us and reminding us that we should set our hearts, the willing heart, when we give back to you. A heart who knows you so much. A heart that trusts you so much that we will not withhold whatever we have. Thank you that you are able to multiply them. Lord, all glory belongs to you. And whatever we give you, thank you that our hearts is willing and stirred up. All glory belongs to you, Father. We glorify you, Lord. We love you, Dad. In Jesus' name we pray.